score might be enough. Holman's kick, Chase is on. Oh, it's a goal. Finds a bit of room to answer. Paul, oh my word, the first-year player to win it. Oh, the mark spilt. Any score will do. That will do.
Lines him up from 50. Strikes it true. Michael Walters wins the game for the Dockers.
The threat is there from Ryan. Darling, Cripps with a snap of grand proportions.
Finishing touch. Hannon heads long. It's about to bounce. It rolls. It tumbles. It stops on the line. Touch ball. It'll be play on. Touch ball.
Clever. Murphy, the veteran. The sidestep. The banana. Mark Murphy.
Ulcers racing everywhere. Oh, who else? McDonald.
Fumbles it back towards Witherden. Another entry. Oh, the big ride!
Neil Bullen. We could have a draw. We could. Oh, no.
This season has seen many great moments, but it comes to an end this weekend. The last of the decade. A decade that has seen some great champions. The powerful Geelong picking up their third in 5 years. The three-peat of the Hawks, the Swans, the Eagles. The Dogs did it from 7th, and who could forget the draw in 2010? The decade started with a Collingwood flag, but how will it end? Will Richmond repeat what they did 2 years ago? They faced the Cats and the Giants along the way. Will Lightning strike twice? Or will we have the first time winner in the Giants? On Saturday, the two clubs go head to head for the crown. But how did they get here? Let's start with Richmond, who in 2018 were the minor premiers and looked like the strongest team going into the prelims, and then Collingwood brought them right back down to earth.
This is the biggest man there. So Adams clocks again. Oh, it's getting better. A famous victory on the back of this man here.
And they had a turbulent start to 2019 with an injury to Rance despite their win over Carlton, followed by a loss to Collingwood, and then they faced the Giants.
Finlayson wants another. He might have put a curler through. Bounce, bounce. How easy is this forward-line play?
Up next, Port Adelaide away. Their interstate record wasn't great, and they missed some key faces. The odds looked stacked against them. People were doubting them, but Tom Lynch answered the call.
He has the kick now. He's a Tiger. Tiger Tom!
That was their first of 3 wins in a row. They lost to the Dogs, but they went to Perth and beat Freo. They beat the Hawks, the Dons, lost to North, and then the Cats came along.
Hawkins, another one. Oh boy. It's a popular figure for him this year. He's done it, 5 times, Bruce? Geelong have been magnificent.
A devastating defeat, and after the bye round, they lost to Adelaide. Once again, they had doubters, but they responded once more, winning 9 in a row, beating the Giants, Collingwood, West Coast and Brisbane along the way. The Giants began with a win, but lost to the Eagles the following week. Then they beat Richmond and got a very impressive victory over Geelong. They lost to Freo, but they beat the Swans and the Saints. Then they lost to the inconsistent Hawks. Their MCG record wasn't too good. It needed improvement. They beat Carlton, Melbourne and Gold Coast before losing in Adelaide. They beat North, but then they lost to Essendon in a late show.
It's not going to be the last kick of the night, but it's going to be almost the last kick of the night. The Bombers in front.
They were defeated once again to Brisbane at home, followed by Richmond, a game where they lost Cornelio. People were doubting their chances of the Premiership already, but they responded. A dominant win over Collingwood was followed by close victories against Port Adelaide and Sydney. Things were looking up until the Hawks and the Dogs came along.
Bounce just set up on him, got it to Mitch Lewis, he hits the goal and it's raining goals. They lost a lot more than 4 points. Jumping, here's Duray, got it from Hunter, lines up, 4 in a row for the Bulldogs. He was busy early, it's a good target, kicked another one.
In the final round they beat the Suns to secure 6th position, but people wrote them off. And then we got to the finals. Richmond started by defeating the Lions at the Gabba, a dominant away win.
Bolton takes an absolute screamer.
This is the surging Richmond. Rioli. He's got Bolton for company. Bolton lays a very, very nice shepherd. And Rioli will go all the way.
The Tigers are through to their 3rd prelim final in a row. They've won it by 47 points.
The Giants sure had their doubters, especially after the recent defeats. but in week 1, they turned up. Then they had to do it at the Gabba, and they won it in a close one.
Down the line, Harris Andrews and Cameron, all Australians both of them. Daniels runs onto it. Can he kick a miracle goal? The little man, the second shortest man in the game.
There's your siren, the Giants are through to a prelim final, and have a look at Leon Cameron.
The Giants proving their doubters wrong, and next it was the prelims. The Tigers had to face the minor premiers.
So much anticipation about him coming to punt road. Belts the ball back to full forward. Lynch will mark it. He was always going to mark it.
What a comeback it's been for the Tigers. Prestia, 40 metres out. Dion Prestia.
Get to a second grand final in 3 seasons. 11 in a row.
For the Giants, it was Collingwood at the MCG. They hadn't won a game without either Toby Green or Lockie Whitfield. They couldn't, could they?
Out comes Williams, off a step Williams, 2 in a row Giants.
Slap it out to the open, big chance coming up, running into goal, and they're going to kick it. Tim Taranto.
It's a push on Grundy, no. Finlayson, another one.
Jeremy Cameron's out the back, certain goal coming up. The Coleman medal winner. Front centre, Chris picks it up. Boot on ball from Taylor Adams. Can this give the Magpies the lead? Oh, wow.
Top of the square. What can Grundy create here? Mumford stepped around a couple. GWS are through to the 2019 Grand Final.
Can they pull off one last surprise? You wouldn't rule them out right now, would you? The Tigers look strong with 11 consecutive wins, but the Giants are a threat. They can win a big game. So will they do it this time? Or is it a hurdle too high? 2 teams stand, 1 will be victorious. Who will it be? We'll find out on Saturday. May the best team win.